Good morning, friends. Welcome to a little behind the scenes in a little reset day in my life as a Catholic therapist. When it comes to reset days, for me, that has two components. A reset day involves some level of productivity and also some level of rest. So I have a lot of items on my to-do list today that I'm really excited to tackle with you, to give you a little insight into what a reset day looks like for me as a Catholic therapist. It's not only going to include some to-dos that I would typically have like week to week, but I'm also throwing in a couple things today that have simply been a bit on the back burner and that I really have been meaning to get done. It was like 100 degrees a week ago and now it feels like it is turning into winter. So, great day to tackle some to-dos. Let's get right into it. First thing on my to-do list is to get a few things done as an actual therapist. So my weekly schedule is Monday to Friday. That's when I see clients. But a lot of times on my reset days or like on my Saturdays, I like to take a little bit of time to just get some of the back end stuff done so that during my weeks I can devote a little bit more time to really the clinical work, right? Seeing clients and things that might pop up throughout the week. On reset days, I love to just dedicate a little bit of time to things like progress notes for clients, things like emails. Specifically today, I need to fill out my client preference form / like caseload curation. Because I work for a private like group practice, you can really cater your caseloads to your preferences and also to your clinical interests and also of course your clinical competencies. So it is that time again where my practice sent out an outreach for us clinicians to refresh, so to speak, our client preferences so that when they're basically matchmaking us to our clients, they know who would be like a good fit for us. Another thing that I do need to do today, intake email and sort of a temporary termination email. Okay friends, intake email is officially sent. I can now cross that off of my list. I'm now going to do 1 or 2 client progress notes. My little notebook that I've been using to even take notes mid-session with clients. Usually once I start going through the progress note, my mind kind of goes right back to the session and I'm able to recall certain details, but I really like to have a notebook to be able to just take notes on like feelings that I get in the moment, observations, key themes that emerge, just so that it makes the progress note process a lot faster. On the to-do list is to get out and about a little bit on this fine overcast rainy day and do a little bit of prep as far as decor for my office and also buying just a couple things that I need as a therapist. First thing that has been on standby for a long time is getting a frame for this artwork that I bought for my office. It all depends on how we look at things and not how they are in themselves. So there we have it. The woman in the image has a little bit of red hair going on, so it felt very personal. I ordered this off of Etsy at least a couple weeks ago, if not months ago, when I first started working at this office, and simply never got around to printing the actual image off of like the Etsy downloads. Finally did. I printed it actually through Walmart. Oh boy. I tried to get it put on like a canvas, but they ran out of them, I guess, so they just gave me the print for free, which was really awesome. I did learn that Walmart is definitely the way to go as far as like printing stuff, and really good quality too, and much cheaper than like Staples or Michael's. I'm either gonna go to Michael's or Walmart and try and find a frame. I really need to get a new notebook for client session notes because your girl is running out of space. So let us go for a little jaunt out into the world. And while we're at it, maybe we'll get a fun little hot drink, considering it is, like I said, a little bit chilly today. I think that would be fun. And also, while we're out and about, there's this shrine near me that I absolutely love and have not taken enough advantage of, honestly. I've gone probably 2 or 3 times in the past month, and I simply am struggling to stay away from it, to be honest with you guys. It's a beautiful shrine, and they have so much to offer, and it's just such a prayerful, holy place. Many miracles have occurred there, and it's literally 20 minutes from my house. And their confessors are amazing. I can't stay away. So usually on my reset days, even if some of these other things don't need to be done, I have been making it part of my routine now to go to the shrine to pray, go to confession, just be in a restful, peaceful environment, be with God, be with Jesus. So yeah, that's what I need. That's what I'm craving. It's what my heart longs for. So we're gonna go and tie that all in with the little shopping excursion as well. Whenever I come here, I just never want to leave. I feel like it takes everything out of me to depart from this place. It's also getting a little bit warm. Definitely was colder this morning, and I'm glad that I wore layers because 'tis the season around here where you just never know what you're gonna get. So glad I'm prepared, but yeah, I just really don't want to leave. Makes me very sad. I'm so glad that I came, which I'm always glad when I take the time to not only come specifically to this shrine, but really to any church and to any chapel where I can visit Jesus in particular. Of course, when he is present in the tabernacle, it's like the best. So no matter where I can go, where he is, that is always the best. That was definitely the reset and the recharge that I needed. Got ourselves a fun little drink on our reset day because I have black coffee every other day of the week. It's literally just black coffee. Sometimes I'll put a splash of 2% in it, otherwise it's literally just what it sounds like. So today I decided to try a new little coffee shop actually out near the shrine that I've never been to but heard really good things about. The amazing barista there was so good at what she does, and she tempted me into trying their new creme brulee iced coffee, and it's decaf because your girl cannot be having full calf at this time of the day. It's like 4 o'clock right now, so hopefully this will keep me up all night, but either way, it's such a fun little treat. I am currently en route to my home, heading back to my house. Like I said, it's 4 o'clock, so this feels like a good time to start to kind of wind down. Yes, I am totally a grandma in that way, but it's true. Even on reset days, even on the weekends, by this time of the day, all I really want to do is have all of my productive stuff done so I can just be home and relax, do some reading. I have a lot of books I want to read. You guys know that if you watched my last video. I have a lot of books on my bookshelf, so to speak, that are on standby waiting for me. I also want to do some more prayer time. I love to be able to pray at the chapel and at the shrine and just different churches, but I also love to be able to do it kind of in the comfort of my own home with my books and my Bible and my own little prayer space. So I'm really excited to do that. I'm also gonna make some food when I get home too. So 'tis that time of the reset day when I just want to be back home and relaxing. I'm back home and it is 4:15 and I simply cannot wait any longer. I need to put this picture in the frame to see how it looks. I'm absolutely thrilled with how this turned out. I absolutely love it and think the frame is perfect. I did have to bend the bottom of the artwork just ever so slightly in order to get it to fit into the frame, but it didn't even distort the way that the image looks at all. Cannot wait to put this on my office wall along with my other piece of artwork that is currently in my office that I just need to hang. Which reminds me, I did pick up some hangers from Michael's as well, and these are conventional hooks for use on drywall or plaster, up to 10 pounds. The last thing that I picked up was my little notepad for client notes. I don't know why I'm starting to really like these like mini flip notebooks. Kind of strange, but this is the format of the page. I try to be concise with my notes, so when I'm listening to my clients speak and I am in session with them, I'm trying to be really attuned to the major themes, but sometimes there are little details and I'm like, this is going to be helpful down the road, so I'll jot those down in here. Book I spoke about briefly in my previous video when I was discussing new books that I had bought this summer to read to help get some book recommendations to give to clients. A very common thing that I see with clients is a lot of overthinking in relationships and rumination related to dating and marriage and all of that. So this is one of the books that I picked up. What I like to do on my reset days is read a little bit to kind of stay up as far as like professional development in a sense, to familiarize myself with books like this, to really test them out firsthand to find out if I feel like they are worth passing along and recommending to my clients. That is so important to me, that I'm not just giving out, you know, titles of books to people to read when I don't actually believe in the book. So that's the point of reading this right now, to see if I believe that this can be helpful. I don't like to overdo the professional development, so to speak, in the sense of like reading a lot of therapy books on my reset days. I don't like to overdo that, just because on reset days I like to also focus a lot on me, not just as a therapist. And as you guys already saw, I put a lot of time into therapy behind the scenes work. So I like to do just a little bit of this, not too much, but then I also want to do some of my own reading from some of my more faith-based and religious books. So let me actually get that out right now and For this one, because it's smaller, I'm not going to use the little stand, even though I absolutely love that stand, you guys. It's so helpful to be able to read something and not have to hold the book up and, you know, not strain or have your wrists hurt or something. It was especially useful when I was studying, like when I was in school. If I were writing an essay or studying, I could put like textbooks on that, have one textbook like propped up and then one textbook, you know, flat on the table. It was just really helpful to not have to like open the book every time or use like paperweights. So that's a side note, but totally would recommend. Right now I'm going to switch gears and continue reading The Imitation of Christ. I'm so close to being done with this before I jump into those other books that I had shown in my summer book haul. I'm probably, I don't even know, less than 10 pages away from being done with this book, which is so beautiful. It has a leather covering with the zipper. It's just gorgeous. Well, friends, it is now already 5:30 p.m. I don't know where the day went. Crazy. But I am about ready to make myself a little dinner. I want to do something semi-healthy but also semi-fun, so I'm going to be making homemade tacos. I already prepared the ground beef, so I'm going to be doing ground beef, cheese, black bean, brown rice, and spinach tacos. I think that's everything. I also have Greek yogurt in replacement of sour cream, which I've been using literally for months now as a replacement, and it literally does the same thing. I believe it's healthier for you. I like the taste of it, so I'm gonna be doing that, and then also guacamole on top. So really excited for my little evening meal to kind of wrap up at least the gist of this day. I figure I will end the video basically after this. Once I make my little tacos, I will put up a quick little blurb here for you all to see some of the other things that I did do today, because I really wanted to hone in on the gist of the footage in this behind the scenes video of really specific to being a Catholic therapist on her reset day. So some of the other things that I got done today were kind of more of my like normal routine things. I'm gonna go ahead and start making my little tacos, and I will be saying goodbye to you guys very soon. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video. Cheers!